Welcome to This Just In. I'm Justin Young,
And I'm Justin Meyer.
and together we are
The Justin.
Yeah, that was rehearsed. Did you like it? I hope you guys did. Well, today, folks, you get to be the first introductory class to our podcast that we hope all of your friends and family love to listen to. It's called This Just In. It does involve two people named Justin, and hopefully it's on topics that you guys find entertaining, amusing, funny, boring. I don't care. Just as long as you listen and tell your friends, it doesn't matter. So we're going to get started first, though. I'm going to ask Justin a lot of questions.
All right. I'm ready for them. I think it's important for you all to get to know us.
I do too. All right. So I'm going to leave it on you. So all the spotlight is literally on you, Justin, but let's get started. So to start, tell us a little bit about your job. What is your job?
Well, in order to tell you about my job, I have to tell you a little bit about me. And to tell you about me, it just starts with that I am a child of God. So I am a born again Christian, which tells you about one of my first jobs. So I pastor a small church. I have about 30 members there. I've been doing that since 2010 here in Ohio. Then my other work, though, is I am a director of support services. So what does that mean? That basically means I do a lot of behind the scenes work for some companies.
A lot.
It's like IT, maintenance of facilities, some training, reporting, JAR, and all kinds of things there. Those are the things that I'm involved in.
Okay, that's great, man. And it keeps you probably pretty busy. What about your home life? What's your family situation?
So yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. So I am a husband, been married since 2003 to my wonderful wife. We have 3 children. My oldest daughter just got married, and even more exciting, found out that she is expecting. So I am a grandparent
Oh
as well.
my gosh. I see some gray in the beard.
It's people wish that I had more gray in the beard. They're like, I should be further along than this.
So you're saying your wife likes older men. Is that what you're saying?
That's what it comes down to.
Got it.
That's what it comes down to. So, but it does keep me busy, and I love every minute of it. Don't regret any of it.
So what about food? We always talk about food. You and I do offline. So I love to kind of like get a little bit of concept. What is your favorite food?
So my favorite food has always been pizza, like forever. There's never been a time that I've not liked pizza.
One bite, everyone knows the rules.
Everyone. So, but I'm kind of like meat heavy right now. So I've been eating a lot more meat as opposed to some of the carbs. That's a whole nother show in and of itself that we can get back to.
Do you just buy a cow and like chop it up and that's what you're eating? Or
if I could afford a cow, I would probably just buy a cow. It's probably the better way to do it, honestly.
Yeah, it probably is cheaper at least. I do love pizza too, but yeah, I mean that's crazy. We'll get into that on another time. What do you do for fun? Let's talk about that.
All right. So when I'm not pastoring and I'm not with my members there and I'm not working, what we enjoy for fun doesn't sound like fun for a lot of people, but I love to go for hikes. I like to go anywhere in the state that we live. And if we travel, I like to go anywhere out of state and just go on a hike. And that to me is fun.
Do you like traveling then?
I love traveling. My family and I love traveling. I love going across the country, whether it's driving, whether it's flying, no matter what it is. I do enjoy it.
I think we could get into some stories about travel too. Maybe that's another series on itself.
So.
But let's wrap up kind of the get to know Justin section with a couple last questions. So what movie or series have you watched or are you watching right now?
So recently my kids have been into Marvel for a long time and I have avoided Marvel for a long time. And so over the course of the winter, my family caught me up on every Marvel movie, made me go through timeline. So kind of into that right now. And then as far as a series, there is a series that was written by one of my wife's favorite authors, Karen Kingsbury, who has a series out called The Baxters. And so we're watching that in the evenings.
Okay, awesome. And if there's one last thing, I mean, the viewers are going to get to know you, trust me. But if there's one last thing for now for the viewers to get to know you, what would you tell them?
I'm high energy and I really enjoy life. I really enjoy people. All right. So that's enough about me. I think we have learned enough about me. Now I need to ask you some questions, Justin.
All right, shoot.
Well, let's just start with it. So what do you do?
Well, that's a piece of conversation. So I like to tell people I sling smoothies and soap, but my role is COO for a partner group that operates franchises all across the United States, mostly in the Midwest.
Nice.
And that keeps me pretty busy.
Yeah. Well, so when you're not doing that, what do you like to do? You have a family?
Yeah. 3 kids. The youngest
Nice.
is 3. It keeps me really busy. You might know something about that from some past experience.
Yeah.
Then I have 2 additional 6 and 1 that's almost 9. Beautiful wife, been married over 10 years.
Great.
And
do you get involved with any of the kids with sports and stuff like that? I think you guys are a pretty sport-centric family.
well, you hit a nerve. We did flag football this year. I decided to coach. That's the first time I've really coached the kids. So I've tried not to yell at them specifically constantly during the practices, but Kingston had a great year of learning. We don't really keep score in that league, so not much to do. Titans
You will start keeping score though, right? Like there is a time.
Well, I think we already kept score, but we're not allowed to tell the kids, right? Or something like that. Yeah. Because one of the coaches wanted to do playoffs.
Nice.
But we did do playoffs, and we were undefeated on Titans League all year long.
Great.
We won every game. We won them by pretty big margins. Did great. Won our first playoff game, and then lost a heartbreaker in the championship. That went to double overtime, and we lost on a run around the corner. So
that's rough.
Yeah, it hurts. It really hurts since we won all the others and we won by big, but the kids played great. I had fun. I'm still mourning from that. So I might have to put my veil back on.
Now, absolutely. Now, you asked a little bit about what I do for fun and things like that. So I live on a more of a, I call morning routine and stuff like that. But what does that day to day look like for you as COO of different brands?
Yeah, I don't like the morning. The morning doesn't like me a lot of times. But anyway, so it just depends when the phone starts ringing is when the day starts. 7 days a week when you're running operations that operate, you get calls, you get texts, you get messages. The whole goal is to try to find a work-life balance. And for me, what works the best, honestly, is to answer emails when I can. And, I have a rule for my team. If I'm calling you, you need to call me back pretty quickly because it's probably important. If I'm texting you, sometime today, if I'm emailing you, 24 to 48 hours. So I try to hold to that rule too.
Yep.
So if I send an email at 2 a.m, Justin saw on logs, but it's 5 a.m, he might respond to me. So I know that for a fact. And I'm not going to see that at 5 a.m. most of the time unless I'm up doing something different. But yeah, it just depends. You got to find a good work-life balance.
You do. And the reason I said that is I believe your family kind of goes into that, right? So they're up more in that late morning to the evening and you've made that work, right? You've made that work.
I don't know if I'd call it working, but it does exist. The kids stay up on our schedule a lot of times late. Please don't judge me if CPS is watching this. Do not come to our house. But they're homeschooled, so they're kind of on their own schedule. And whenever they do that, did you guys homeschool?
We did the same thing. We homeschooled. That'll probably be another podcast. I need you guys to keep coming back, keep listening, because we are going to get into all of that, especially because my kids are a little bit further, which is going to lead me to this. Again, I have a daughter that was just married, and then my son is 19 and my daughter is 17. So I'm not in the young person movie as much as I used to be. Outside of that, what would be a favorite movie or series of yours outside of all the Disney ones, or maybe that is your favorite right now?
Yeah, so the kids are really wanting to see Minecraft. That's the movie of the time.
Heard of it.
They're a little young for it. They love it, but we might let them see it when it comes out on video.
Yep.
I think for me right now, I'd like to see season 2 of 1923. I haven't seen it yet. I do like the 1923, 1883.
That's a Yellowstone.
You got it.
Yeah.
Now they're breaking off some other ones as well. Another one me and my wife we like the Chicago's. So Chicago Med, Fire, and PD. We like to watch those. I watch a lot of the police ones, so like SVU and different ones like that, but those are different series. Movies I don't watch as much. I think the last movie I just watched was Twister 2, and it was because it was on Netflix or Prime and I was in a hotel. So
sure,
that was the reason we went with that.
And I just have one more question.
Sure.
And what would be a fun fact about you?
Fun fact about me. Well, I've been to Iceland twice, and one of my friends that lives in Iceland was our foreign exchange student my senior year. He actually lived at my house for a little bit, which was fun, but it's been a great experience getting to know him and some of his friends over time.
Well, awesome. I think that at least sums up a little bit about who we are. And that's all the questions I had for you.
We would love to hear what you guys want to know too. Feel free to send questions in. You can comment on any of these posts depending on where you're watching this at, but any of the series, we'd love to hear from you guys. But that's it for the first podcast. Congratulations, you made it through to the end, and stay tuned to hear what's next. You just listened to This Just In.
And this is the Justins
signing out.
This just in, gonna turn it all around.